is the Garuda, the animal of the Jebel, the priest.
All right. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, and it does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking, it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with and in the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always perseveres. Love never fails. Love always, always, always wins. And now three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest amongst these is love. Good Monday Morning Collective. I am Kuan Yin, and this is Love of the Highest Vibration. And I love each and every last one of you with the love of God. And the love of God is universal love. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on in here. So I'm being told something about timeline jumping. When this popped out, the middle path, temperance, but it's in reverse. And someone might need to program or reprogram the subconscious mind by finding balance. That's what I heard. I heard that it's a thing where in order to complete a timeline jump, it's something about timeline jumping and finding balance in the midst of chaos by not getting distracted. The Dakini of lotuses here, Pand Ma Dakini, okay? This is the lotus. It has to do with conscious mind. Okay, let me make sure y'all can still hear me because they said my internet connection is a little unstable. Okay, so this is talking about the subconscious mind. Okay, and it's in reverse. So in the midst of chaos, you have to find a way to reprogram the subconscious mind and find balance. What does that mean? In the Buddha Siddhartha's story, while he was meditating and while he was trying to attain balance and enlightenment, there were a whole lot of distractions. There were distractions when it came to love, okay, meaning he could not pursue a relationship with another person, or date or be in the world when he got on his final journey for enlightenment. Okay, that was a solo journey. A lot of you are actually in final incarnations. A lot of you are masters. A lot of you have been here many, many times and have already ascended to your North Node and learned the lessons you needed to learn. And now you are, you're supposed to be taking the next step. You understand? That's the reason why they're telling me, they're like literally feeding this to me. there are a lot of you all, and I don't want to take hope away from anyone that's hoping to have a family and children and things like that. But some of you all, the reason that you're not going to find a partner in this lifetime, and I'm talking about those of you that are on a higher frequency, those of you, y'all know who you are, teachers, masters that are out there. It's a lot of y'all out there that are very aware and conscious, and you see this illusion and matrix for what it is, and you've already passed several tests. So because of that, a lot of you all, you're not going to find a partner or get married or be with someone again in this lifetime, because what you have to do is a solo journey. This might be your final one or one of your final incarnations, okay? Because your spiritual ranking and development, and where you've made it spiritually is beyond, you've learned love of self, okay? And you've also learned independence as well. Meaning, you came here alone and you're going to leave here alone, whoever you are. So what I understand is Siddhartha was tempted by dancing girls, okay? But he had to ignore that. That represents like the party life, being able to socialize, date, marry, have a good time at the club, whatever. And he had to bypass it and stay focused on his ascension. And he was also threatened again, we know, with the arrows of fire, like he was being attacked. That represent different types of weapons and things that are physically threatening on the physical realm. In your world, that could be gang stalking. You understand? It's the illusion that someone is going to be able to hurt or harm you physically in some kind of a way. I believe that the way they tell the story and people understand it, like he was in a meditative state the whole entire time of his ascension, is actually not the way it happened. That's the perception of the masses. He was living his life like everyone else. Yes, he meditated, but there's balance. The meditative state that he was in, meaning he was living his life here in the 3D. You understand? And in the 3D, all of the things that were happening in his life, in his daily grind around him while he's getting up, going to the bathroom like normal humans, eating a little bit of food, meditating a little, teaching, living in certain areas, all the things that he was doing in life. Imagine Siddhartha if he was in 2026 right now. He would have to be able to focus his mind and ignore the gang stalking. He would have to focus his mind and ignore all of the people that are like the NPC energies that are coming to hear him giving lectures and doing things, and not feel threatened and sustain his vibration with all the chaos, the stories, the news stories about Spain and France on fire, the stories about the data centers in America, the aliens coming. He would have to maintain his focus, you understand, and ignore all of the noise so that he could finish ascending. Okay. So back in his day, that would have been the entertainment, the dancing girls, that would have been the fiery arrows and the army marching toward him and any other distractions that came his way during that time. So we are to do our best to ignore all the fear tactics, to ignore all the things that were being shown happening all over the world and coming to an end. And even though it's real and not real at the same time, it's important to maintain our focus, not live in fear, and just continue to make high vibrational decisions every single day. That's it. Okay. Just continually make high vibrational decisions every day. Eat healthy to the best of your ability and try to avoid negative people. Now, I have the Tower here. The first card I opened up, the Garuda. This is the Garuda, the animal of double Vajras. The Garuda represents an authority that is supposed to govern over the Nagas. Okay, the Nagas are a different type of a creature than the Garuda. Okay, the Garuda is supposed to be like a moral and spiritual authority to make sure the Nagas don't get too far out of hand, and is supposed to teach the Nagas. Okay, now I asked, because it's in reverse, I asked, what does the Garuda represent in this reading? And before priest popped out, I opened up Jesuit. Okay. So I don't know. There might be a Jesuit energy I'm picking up on. Maybe somebody is a Jesuit, or there's a Jesuit involved in this reading. There might be a Jesuit priest. Okay. All right. So that's what that is. So let's jump in. I have no idea. Collective read here. Okay. So what is this tower? And Judge came out too. Holy Divine Spirit. What is the tower? All right. So someone is having trouble releasing letting something go, getting something out energetically. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So there is possibly a Jesuit priest, or it could represent not one Jesuit, but it could represent a collective of religious, heavily indoctrinated people. It could represent the Roman Catholic Church. Okay. Sometimes we think in these readings it represents one specific individual Jesuit, but this might be like Jesuits and the Roman Catholic Church as a whole. Okay. So they're having trouble letting go of something. They're not getting their wish fulfillment. So there's oh, wow. So there's a Jesuit that can't get a high priestess to be married. Ooh, baby. I already, thank you. I got the download just now. This is not one high priestess. This is not one high priestess, man or woman. Okay. I already explained to you before in prior readings how the old system is collapsing. All of the mysteries from the Piscean age of secret societies and secrets and hidden symbols have come out on the internet in the Aquarian age of information. So it's hard not to make comparisons and find out the truth to all the mysteries, the symbols, the secrets, the religions. Everything is out in the open now. And we also now know true history about the science behind things. And we understand now about our energy, things that we were told were like a Holy Spirit. We understand that's Kundalini life force energy, which we call chakras, and they're not the devil. We've moved past all that now. We have a clear understanding of things that were hidden from us, because the more you're educated, because this is why people didn't want people to learn to read back in the day, or to educate women, you'll take control of your power. You understand? If you don't know how your body works, and your body is able to manifest abundance, someone else is going to come and try to use your body to manifest abundance with what you have of value, because you don't know you have something of value or how it works. And that happens to be your sacred energy, which is your sexual energy. Okay. So we understand that in the past, we didn't know that, some of us didn't know that the church put on a very big illusion where a lot of the Pope, Catholic priests, and a lot of the healers, they were doing witchcraft and they were doing rituals, and they were leading people to believe that they were healers and that they could make things come about spiritually, because they were the vessel of God. But they were using the same energy in their rituals that they were siphoning from a lot of high priestesses and high priests all over the world, okay, that were going to church and giving their energy up. They had society set up in such a way where a church on every corner, okay, and they've also had gyms. They've also had different systems set up. Marriage, okay. Marriage was another way. There were a lot of men in secret societies that already knew to marry a certain type of a woman that they would constantly torment, torture, and take her energy and use her energy in their cults and secret societies to manifest abundance. They had a whole system set up, even to siphon the energy of divine women. Okay. Part of that system also was a system of hierarchy in the government where a lot of families would have heads of families that would point out specific women in their family that they were going to literally use their life as a sacrifice. And the family would make sure that that woman in the family would get married to someone that's a part of their cult. They didn't tell the women that, but they would make sure certain type of women in their family, because they were cooperating with the government orchestrated cults, to designate certain women in the family that were high priestesses to be married to a specific person that would literally energy harvest from them. And they would make sure to guard these women from getting an education, guard these women from being able to become financially independent, and from being able to break free. And everyone would work together to keep these women in these cycles. Some of them low paying jobs. Some of these women were even shuffled into prostitution because they wanted to use their energy, sex trafficking. Some of these women were groomed at a young age to be sex trafficked so that they could continually use their energy, and that were working with the Roman Catholic Church to do rituals with. Now that the old world order is dismantling, and those priests and the Pope and a lot of the people that became very rich and wealthy and were able to start businesses that flourished for many years off of that energy, doing rituals and spell work using people's energy because of the government systems they had in place that held certain families in place that did this with high priestess energies. All of that has become dismantled. The patriarchy has become dismantled, and the energy is scattered everywhere now. Okay. And because of that, you're seeing a whole bunch of disorganization, a whole lot of fighting, and you're seeing them try to scramble to regain control of men and women, but mostly the women that are this high priestess energy. And that's why you see so much gang stalking, isolation, and all of the tactics they're using right now to blackball you, stop you from working, to try to back you in a corner financially, so that they could try to get the old system going again. But it's over. So what you're seeing is the resistance. Everything in the economy, everything that you see falling apart, and all of the crimes that are coming out in the open now, from these secret organizations, the Boule and whatnot, secret organizations that were helping hold it together because they were benefiting from it. You're seeing them all scramble right now. You're literally seeing them all. They're scrambling right now. And they're scrambling right now because they're having a hard time getting control back over these energies, like myself and many of you all, that they've been trying to find a way to get you married to someone that's a part of their cult. Okay. But the Four of Wands reversed. So there is a Jesuit priest, okay, on your ass. I don't think you know this Jesuit priest, and I don't think it's one. This is a whole group trying to put the fire out of a burning house and rebuild the house when it's over. So, and they're still, while it's becoming dismantled, trying to hold it together. So there are possibly a group or sect of Jesuit priests that were benefiting from several of your energy high priestesses right now that don't want to let go. That's why I had the Eight of Cups in the reverse. They don't want to let go of your energy. And your energy they were getting through the relationships that they were controlling, through people they were paying in your community and family to block you and make sure that you date only a certain type of person and marry only a certain type of person. And that would be the type of person that is a part of their cult, or that would be willing to cooperate with their cult in tormenting you through mental manipulation, and then taking and using your energy through spell work and rituals to bring it to them. You're not married right now, High Priestess. And for somebody specifically, you're not going to get married. No offense. Somebody specifically, you are not going to get married and you're not going to date again. This is not for everybody. I promise you. I promise this is not for everybody. But for somebody, for your purpose spiritually, I got a message over the weekend. Y'all know I really don't do weekend readings, but I pull cards all day long, throughout the weekend. Uh, uh, One or maybe more of you that have a specific spiritual path, you're not going to get married again, and I doubt you want to. You're not going to date again, and you're not going to ever have sex again. That's not for everybody, because I know I'm about to get cussed the hell out. Don't y'all cuss me out in my live, okay? I didn't say all y'all. I did not say all of y'all, and y'all better not cuss me out in my live, okay? Do not cuss me out in my live. I didn't say all of y'all, but for some of y'all, and I'm picking up on an older woman, okay? You might be older, over 40, okay? For your spiritual path, because of your ascension and because of where you are spiritually ranked, what they told me was there were three energies, okay? There were three specific people that you had to, I'm sure you've dated people throughout your life, but there were three specific men that were supposed to try to transform and go through an awakening in order to ascend with you. And all three of them failed the test. All three of them failed their test. And they, if any of them had passed that test, they would have been your divine partner. But they've all missed the window. So they said, you're not going to have another divine partner in this lifetime. That was it for you in this life. And I was like, well, what will happen if you date anybody else, whatever. And they said, anyone else that you date, they're going to continue to offer them money to backstab you and try to harness your energy and do sex magic if you date or get in a relationship. And you're just going to be stuck in a cycle going from person to person, because it's too many of them out there that are weak-willed, that will take money if it's offered to them to start doing sex magic with you secretly to try to harness your energy. And they said, understand, there are main characters and then everybody else. No offense. There are main characters and there's everybody else. Whoever I'm talking to, there were three main characters in your life as far as potential mates. And when you interacted with these people, possibly at three different times, all of them had the potential to level up spiritually to become a divine partner. But there was a test that they had to pass, but none of them did. And they said, that's it for the main characters. They said, anybody else, you're just going to be wasting your time and energy, and it's going to throw you off spiritually for whoever you are. Okay. It's going to throw you off spiritually and create more problems instead of a smooth ride. That's not for everybody though. Okay. Because whoever you are, even though the gang stalking is over, they're not going to stop monitoring and following and watching you. For the rest of your life, they're going to be monitoring your connections to see if you date anyone else, to see if you open up to anyone else, so that they can make them an offer. For somebody, they're saying that for the rest of your life, you're going to be the magician hermit. That's what came out. I'm just being honest. And I'm not, it's a certain type of high priestess. Okay. They said for the rest of your life, they gave me the hermit and the magician. They said you were going to be doing magic. Like, you're going to be the magician hermit, which means you're going to continue studying and manifesting and increasing your knowledge, and maybe even teaching others as well. But the minute you open up to dating or anything like that, it's going to delay your path. It's going to throw your path completely off, because all the main characters are already out the way. We talked about the story of Kuan Yin before, where Kuan Yin lived in a village, and there were certain men that she was dating and working with to try to help them pass their tests. And all of them were given several tests to see if they would spiritually level up. And all of them failed except one that she actually got married to. But it's something like that, okay? You are, whoever you are, you're a main character, and you've already run into the main characters that you were supposed to, and they did not pass their spiritual test. They did not get their ascension, and anyone else is not going to be a main character. They've failed already. They're just going to take bribe money and keep bribing. Your aura is so bright and your energy is so much that they're going to follow you. This beast system, they're literally going to be riding your ass for the rest of your life, waiting and praying that you get into a relationship with someone or date someone. And instantly, I promise you, the minute you even have a conversation with someone, they're going to make them an offer. Okay? So, if the main characters failed, then you already know the others are going to be more like NPC energies. But that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. Okay? Now, judge, priest. There's a Jesuit priest out here that wants your energy, is what I'm getting, and they're not ready to let go. Okay? And they're having a tower because you're not married. And they wanted to utilize literally your energy. Okay? They wanted to use your energy. What is middle path in reverse? Middle path, temperance. Someone could have Sagittarius in their chart. Somebody can't recover. Oh, wow. So this caused a huge imbalance for this Jesuit priest. Okay. So because whoever I'm talking to could be several of you all, and it could be several Jesuit priests. We could be talking about a system here. There's a Jesuit priest that cannot recover right now because he or they were targeting you for your energy, and they were getting your energy through a relationship or a marriage to someone, or you're dating or whatever. They can't recover because you're single right now. Okay. And they've been trying to sacrifice you. Clarify the hangman. They're in a mental imprisonment. Someone could have Pisces in their chart. They're in a mental imprisonment about trying to find a way to get some kind of control over you. Okay. So the 3 methods of control they wanted for you. Of course, there are 4 methods. Y'all know what the 4 methods are. You could say it with me. 1 was isolation and gang stalking, which means you would be stuck in a community, barely surviving, working at a job that you couldn't afford to leave or look for another job, and you would be there till you die. And between your job and home, they would be orchestrating all kind of things that they would use to energy harvest from you. Way number two was going to be to set you up to get locked up in jail or in a psychiatric unit where you can't move anywhere in any direction, and they could get away with injecting you with things, or even putting you in some situation sexually where they can get your energy in a psych ward or jail. Okay. Like withhold food or protection. You might put you somewhere violent in jail, where they'll beat you up, or you could cooperate with them and they'll put you in a area where you'll have more protection. You know, either way, it was going to be a psych ward, jail, isolation and gang stalking to a impoverished job and community. The other way was a boyfriend, and the other way was a marriage. If you would get into a marriage that's toxic, where your husband can control you while making you suffer, they get your energy that way. Boyfriend, that way too. Jail or psych ward, that way. Isolation, gang stalking. They had a whole system set up, sadly, for women to get your energy, literally. Okay. But whoever you are, the 6 of Swords, you already moved to calmer waters, and they can't do anything to you. Their magic is backfiring right now. whose magic it, well, I already know. Whoever these Jesuit priests are, their magic is backfiring. So investments they had, businesses that they had, the money that the church had, whatever type of hold they had over the masses, over people, whatever court cases they were able to avoid getting arrested or getting charged, whatever crimes they were able to get away with, all of the spell work and rituals that they were doing now, the magic is all backfiring because they don't have your energy. See, they were all literally getting away with murder. I said before, oh, how dark the con of man, you draconian devil, like in the Da Vinci Code. It was a big secret. It was a big secret to the masses that the church basically was living it up high on a hog off of your energy by doing spell work over the masses, using your energy to do it with the system the government had set up. Okay. But no spell work and ritual works unless it's fueled with the energy. So this priest, Jesuit priest, can't recover right now. They don't have the power. Yep. And you're not stuck. You're not stuck, and they don't have the power anymore. What's this about a judge? Someone might had a friend, the Three of Cups, that's a judge here, and they're releasing a burden. Okay, so somebody was working with a judge, or they had a working relationship with possibly a collective of judges. Okay, so there's possibly several judges that had, relationships that with these priests and this community of people that all work together to make sure things went smoothly. Like they know, the judges know who the targets are, and they're in contact with the target's family and community. And the judge helps these priests out because they make sure they get the judgment over the target so that the target can end up in jail, or the target can end up in a psych ward, and they can get their energy. But there's a judge that a priest had some kind of friendship with, and it's too much of a burden to try to get a judgment over you when they don't have any just cause. All right. What is belief in reverse? What is belief in reverse? Someone might not believe someone. Somebody might be an Aquarius. So somebody might be an Aquarius, or this could be your energy. You might shine too bright. You might be anointed, okay, protected, the star. You might be a healer. The Nine of Swords is talking about someone does not believe them. Okay, so belief in reverse is somebody does not believe somebody. Okay, divine feminine in reverse, the devil reverse. So there is like a middleman here that's trying to convince a judge that you are a divine feminine in reverse, and that if they just help them out by giving them some kind of judgment, then they'll be able to get away with, a transaction. Okay, so this is a middleman here that's trying to work with a judge and a priest. Okay, to try to get your energy so he can get paid. But the problem is the judge does not believe or trust this person. It's like a desperate last attempt of somebody to try to create an illusion about you, but it doesn't line up with whatever your life looks like, whatever you sound like, whatever you talk like, the health that you're in, the clarity that you have. They're not going to be able to justify what they want this judge to sentence you to. And this judge is worried about going to jail, being disbarred. And this priest and the middleman, if that's an Aquarius, is trying to convince them to do it anyway. Child, they would look crazy in the news, wouldn't they? What is allowance? Clarify. That's allowance. Allowing someone to do something. They feel defeated. Someone feels defeated about something. The Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles reverse, because something was a bad investment. Somebody could be under judgment right now. So I don't know. Somebody could be under judgment right now, and someone might be releasing something and letting something go. Somebody could be an air sign. Someone could be an earth sign. What is cosmic flower in reverse? The high priestess in reverse, a nine of pentacles. So this could be that priest, Jesuit priest we're talking about. Yeah, they couldn't get away with manipulating your environment and your finances to force you into a marriage. That's it. They could not manipulate your finances, and they could not manipulate your environment to force you into a marriage or to cause you to do something to go to jail or a psych ward. Weirdos. These people, realization in reverse. These people, they're not seeing clearly. Let's go ahead and jump into the full read and see what the energy is this Monday morning. All right, Holy Divine Spirit, what is a QUAN Oracle card crowning this read for my collective, my beautiful collective? What is a QUAN Oracle card? Oh, baby, they can't use our energy no more. That's why everything is collapsing. Why do you think everything is collapsing? When the patriarchy starts to collapse and women start to heal, the whole system collapsed because the whole system was running off of divine, don't make me get a word today, divine feminine energy. You understand? The whole entire system was set up to literally run off of divine feminine energy while devaluing it at the same time. You understand? It's a whole mind F. You know what I mean? To make you think you have the least value, you bring nothing to the table. You give the least, while literally the whole system is running off of your energy. And now that it's falling apart, people are losing because they've been running businesses and investments off of rituals and spell work. The wealthiest people in the world do rituals and spell work to manifest abundance over the masses. And now that the patriarchy is coming apart, their energy is being scattered everywhere while women are healing. And men's divine feminine energy within themselves are healing. It's okay to become emotionally intelligent. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to have empathy and compassion, as long as you balance it out with your intellect, your boundaries, your mental mind, your masculine energy. Okay. It's okay to heal. It's okay for a man to cry. It's okay to express yourself in a creative way. It's okay for men to dance. Certain things are literally okay. You understand? The world is, believe it or not, the world is healing. It looks like the whole thing is falling, but the energy is being redistributed and balanced. It went from one extreme to the other extreme. Right now, we're slowly coming into balance from the other extreme. Okay, we went from strictly left brain thinking, the patriarchy, and the dam of the patriarchy broke down. Okay, and it flooded with divine feminine energy that's wild, uninhibited, and uncontrolled. You understand? That's why women in past years, with the feminist movement, have seemed wild. They seemed more out of control, where it's gotten too out of balance. I agree. But that's normally what happens when you hold back divine feminine energy behind a dam for centuries, and then the dam breaks. It's wild. It's ugly. It gets out of control. It becomes uninhibited and crazy, chaotic divine feminine energy. Okay. Because the dam came down. It went all the way to the far right. Okay. Because it's been held back so long. That's why women have gone crazy expressing themselves. being told that they can't embrace their sexual energy, embrace who they are. They can't be themselves, their own personality, express themselves sexually, all the things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's gotten out of control. But that's a natural reaction to being in a patriarchal society for so long. Now it's starting to calm down and people are coming back to their senses. And what we're going to eventually find is balance in the middle with our masculine and feminine energy, okay? Where we respect it, we understand it, and it's balanced, okay? Not just all over the place, okay? The reaction was all over the place and it did get out of control. Okay, people were too reckless with their sexual energy in wanting to express themselves, because out of control, to the point where it has become dangerous, unorganized, and a mess. Babies all over the place, and masculines too. Diseases all over the place, unhealed people, creating a whole bunch of chaos and disorder. You understand? It's not supposed to be like that. The feminine energy can express itself sexually without being chaotic, distorted, nasty, unhealed, toxic. You understand what I'm saying? But that was just a natural reaction. It was a natural, energetic response to being held behind a dam for so long. But now that they got all that energy out there, you're going to see things start to balance and people to calm down. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Do not let them steal our energy. Absolutely not. All right. What is the QUAN Oracle card, please? And thank you. All right, QUAN Yin. QUAN Yin has a beautiful aura. To the celestial mountain. You have the ability to invoke divine power, to call the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with the spiritual energy that you need to attain your goals, permitting beings that love you unconditionally to help you in an expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower the divine forces that can assist you to come to your aid and to help you to manifest your visions. And my vision is going, I need my magnifying glass to read that. All right, let's jump all the way into this. All right, let's get it. All right, please give me 2 cards for the energy crowning this read. This beautiful Monday morning. How are you, collective? All right. They said open it. All right. So I have the 7 of Swords in reverse. And I also have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Someone's having a tower because a cycle's ended for something. What is the obstacle? Okay. Death card in reverse and the 8 of Wands in reverse. What happened in the recent past? Okay. Okay. And give me 2 cards for this 7 of Swords energy. This person that couldn't get away with something. Okay. I have the 6 of Wands. Oh, wow. Man, somebody is really crying. Wow, big snot boogies. Somebody that was doing magic. Okay. Because they not getting no more money or energy. And they were expecting it. Okay, 3 of Wands. All right, and give me 2 more cards. Somebody is big mad. 2 more cards for the Ace of Wands. Somebody that took action. Uh-oh. and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So somebody was working together to win at all costs. So what I'm getting here is somebody, this Knight of Pentacles work right here. This is the Knight of Pentacles reverse. And this has to do with the contractor, your handler, whoever your handler was. Okay. Uh, your handler is not the main character. The main character is this Jesuit energy, and possibly like a judge or whatever. The judge isn't a main character. The judge is just someone that a third party they were working with in order to get the ultimate goal, accomplished, of finding one of the four ways to lock you in for this Jesuit priest energy I'm picking up on. So someone's been your handler, is what I'm getting. They have in the past been able to have someone in your community, possibly living in your community, that takes phone calls from them that tell them what to do and when to do it. And that has to do with spiritually attacking you. And every time they pick up the phone or send a text message to your handler that's physically in your community, that's when the people in your community that they work with on a regular basis, they come out their home and throw spell work at you, or spell work at your home, or do something physical to your home or your car or whatever the case may be, to try to, drive you crazy or insane, working to chip away at your energy, your vitality, hoping that eventually you'll just give up. Okay. They've been doing this for a very long time. But right now they can't get away with it. Wow, something happened. Somebody can't get away with it. I'm hearing a whole bunch of people ran out of money to finance this. Wow. And you're not even sick or anything. See, if you were able to give them some kind of confirmation of you becoming sick physically, or that they were wearing you down, or any kind of weakness, as indication that if they keep going, they're close to their goal, they might have kept going. But they have absolutely no signs in you, physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, that you're stopping or slowing down. Whoever you are, you're just speeding up. You're just moving faster. You're getting stronger. You're getting sharper. Whoever you are, they, it's like they're not doing anything at all whatsoever to you, but wasting their money. These people spent a lot of money and went broke. Okay. The person that was financed to pay for the handler, to pay the people in your community, to do all that, the person that they were financing, because they didn't get the results they wanted, possibly over a certain amount of years, this is the reason why they're not giving, it's a masculine I'm picking up on. They're not giving him any more money. They're not giving him any more money to pay the handler so the handler can pay the people in your community. They're not giving him any more money because they didn't get any results. And they're not getting any more results. And now they're starting to even get resistance. Okay? Oh, and somebody could be under judgment in the law. Oh, wow. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles reverse. This is the type of energy that will do anything for money. This is someone that's dishonest. They lack integrity. They lack empathy and compassion. This is the type of person that operates on a lower frequency, and all they do is obsess about money and materialistic things. Somebody's in trouble with the law, like might be going to jail. Yeah, judgment. Okay. Why is this person going under judgment, going to jail? Why is this person under judgment right now? Oh, okay, because they took something too far. So whoever this person is, they became frustrated that the spell work and magic was not working on you. So they became petty. The Page of Wands reverse talks about someone that's childish, the immature and childish. See, this is supposed to be a covert operation that they're carrying out. But somebody that couldn't regulate their ego or regulate their emotions, they maybe it hurt their ego that their spell work didn't work on you, so they tried to carry out a death. Someone got caught trying to plan a physical death of you. Now I don't know all what that entailed, but that's not part of how these people are supposed to operate. These people are supposed to do things in your environment to try to make you take your own life, or to try to block you and frustrate you to the point where it lowers your vibration, and then they take you out with a death spell or get you into jail or a mental institution. But they're never supposed to actually touch you. You understand? But somebody in their ego, let me make sure my connection is stable. Oh, okay. But somebody that was in their ego and upset that the little things they were doing in your environment and the spell work they were doing was not getting them any results at all. See, they're only supposed to do things like turn off your electric and turn it back on, or cut your phone wires, to cut your communication, block your internet, descramble your internet, break something on your porch, do something, key your car. They're supposed to, and they're not, but you understand what I'm saying. They're only supposed to do things in your environment around you and then follow behind it with spell work to drive you crazy, to make you afraid to leave the house, to get you to lash out at someone and do something so they can put you in jail, the psych ward, or other. But because none of their goofy tactics were working, someone took it a step further because they were in their ego and they actually were going to try to physically do something to you to cause you a death. It could be a gun, it could be a knife, strangulation, beat you up, but somebody was going to actually try to kill you physically, okay? Because their ego was hurt that they could not do something physical and then do magic behind it and work. And they don't even understand you all are powerhouses. You've dealt with a lot worse than whatever these people are trying to take you through. Whoever you are, God has prepared you for your life path and for your mission. You understand? Most of you all went through something in your youth and your childhood that mentally and physically prepared you for the battle that you were going to go through, especially if you're ascending. So you're already mentally strong. A lot of you all survived all kind of trauma that most people would have backslid and fallen into a low vibrational lifestyle because of your trauma. A lot of you all have been through a lot of things that would have psychologically devastated a regular person. You understand? Emotional trauma, sexual trauma, all kind of things. You understand? But you all, a lot of you all may have been through poverty, isolation from your family. You could have gone through physical abuse or all of them. But either way, your soul, you already knew what you were going to be dealing with later in life. So things had to happen to mentally prepare yourself to deal with what you came here to conquer in this lifetime. You had to be conditioned for it. You understand? Like me, I have completely mastered ghosting. I know how to shift the energy real fast. You understand? And I learned that from my mother. You understand? A whole lot of earth angel energies had very bad relationships with their mothers, fathers, mothers, or family members. A lot of them come from families where at a young age, you know, there were issues that were created, detachment issues, you know, through abuse, emotional, physical neglect, everything, nature versus nurture. But the reason for that was so that whenever you healed and overcame whatever you went through, you still are equipped psychologically to deal with instantly dropping and detaching from anyone or anything that could cause you an imbalance. You literally had to master that at a very young age without even realizing it. You understand? I learned to detach when I got knocked and slapped off my mother's nipple. She said, "That's enough milk. Get the hell off of me." Nah. Okay, that was my corny joke. But I'm at but I'm just saying, I mastered detachment when my mother didn't think I was good enough to finish breastfeeding, god damn it. But nonetheless, you master these things in your conditioning because later on in life, the challenges that you would have to deal with, you would have to instantly be able to shift your energy and detach from anyone quickly. Like a light switch, you can turn it on and off instantly, like nothing. On, off, on, off, on, off. Like, hey, oh, bye. Like, hey, I've been talking to you 15 years, and oh, you stupid. Okay, bye. Dang, but we've been talking 15 years. Yeah, I know. Please don't call me again. Like, I'd never think of you again. You never existed. Like, literally. Because you were psychologically prepared for some of these situations in your childhood conditioning. Right? So somebody took it a step further and they were going to try to put some hands on you to try to kill you. And that's what ended the operation in your community. Okay? That's what I'm getting. They couldn't get away with physically trying to kill you. And who was orchestrating this? The person that was paying the handler in your community, the Six of Pentacles. Something was a bad investment because they couldn't create a conflict. So what this person was trying to do, they wanted to start a fight with you. Okay. They wanted to try to, these are the type of people that will follow you wherever you go. If you go into the store, they'll follow you to the store and jump out the store and try to bump into you to try to create a conflict with you, or try to get in a car accident with you, or try to, if you're standing in line somewhere, start an argument with you. Their job is to create a conflict with you and try to quickly escalate it so that they can accidentally kill you because they felt threatened or something like that. Somebody was trying to find a ruse in which they could create some kind of conflict so that they could say they were defending themselves because they feared for their life, that you were going to do something to them or what have you. Okay. Clarify this Eight of Wands. Something got blocked or cut off. Someone that reversed an ending. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands reversed here. Yeah, something was, they couldn't keep something hidden that they were trying to orchestrate. Somebody might be a Cancer. So there might be a Cancer here that was trying to orchestrate this in your community, but they couldn't keep it hidden or a secret. Okay. What's the Five of Pentacles? Oh, they ran out of money. Okay. So there's a Cancer that ran out of money. All right. All right. I have the Page of Swords. Okay. Somebody might have communicated something, or they could have been watching something. What's the Page of Swords? Clarify the Page of Swords. Okay. I have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers. Someone didn't have the power or the strength to do something. So there could have been somebody that could have been working together with their lover to try to do something to you. So they could balance their situation. So there's a couple here that was trying to cause you a death. That might be the middleman between this Jesuit priest. You know, it's multiple people involved here, and they were working together in secret to try to cause you a death. Okay. And then to balance something, who's the King of Swords here? They could have been trying to balance something. But the King of Swords the wounded warrior, a narcissist. Somebody could have spoke something out about someone not having the skills to do something and fired them. Someone they hired to help them create an illusion that they reversed an ending with, but it didn't go in their favor. Okay. Yeah. To cause a death. Okay. So they hired somebody, but it didn't go in their favor. The Queen of Cups offered someone a very large amount of money to start. So what I'm getting is someone's been doing something in your community for a very long time now. Okay. I'm even getting two energies I'm getting two warlock energies that they might have been trying to like play good cop, bad cop energy, as if uh, one is trying to stop something and the other wants to keep something going. But in actuality, they were meeting up in secret. For somebody, they are just finding out that you literally knew the whole time. But because you were getting a break and a rest from the things that were done to lessen the attacks against you, you played along with it so that you could get some rest and relaxation. For somebody, I'm getting that you were aware that they were playing good cop, bad cop, but you played along with it because you also were aware that if they thought that you were aware of what they were doing, that they would have stopped. And they were actually giving you a break from what they were doing. Whoever was playing the good cop, bad cop. So you played along with it so that you could get your break from all of the spiritual attacks and all the things that they were doing. Because whoever you are, had you showed your hand, then they would have been like, oh, it's not working, so let's try something else. Never mind. No need to wear a mask anymore. No need to wear a mask anymore. Let's go full at it. You understand? Sometimes you have to play along with things so that a person thinks something is working. So if somebody is playing good cop, bad cop, you can get a break by whatever the person playing good cop is doing. It's still giving you a break and a chance to regenerate your energy. If they think that you're buying it, they'll keep on doing whatever they're doing while you're recharging your energy. You understand? Yeah, somebody understood me. Ciao. Okay. So somebody took a risk to get away with a crime. They couldn't get away with it, and now someone cut them off. Who cut them off, Holy Spirit? Somebody that cursed them out. The page of swords reverse. Clarify the 8 of wands reverse. Okay. Who's this person that called it? Okay. Who called it? Who cut them off? Who's the person that cut them off? Clarify this 8 of wands reverse. Who told this person you can't do it anymore? The high priest reverse. Okay. Okay. The Hierophant. Okay. So this Jesuit, the high priest reverse and the Hierophant reverse is talking about whoever this Jesuit priest energy is. Why did this Jesuit priest energy cut this off? What did they cut them off financially? Because somebody did not want to let something go. Oh, okay. Okay. So whoever this Jesuit priest energy is, I feel like one of them did not want to let go of trying to see if they could bind whoever you are, high priestess, but somebody else wanted to keep something going, okay, because they didn't want to let something go. So somebody told somebody to cut something off, and they kicked them out of their energy. The Chariot reverse. Someone could have kicked a Cancer out of their energy, okay, and someone could have kicked a Cancer and an Earth sign out of their energy. So that means the money got cut off. All right. So somebody might have cut off the financing. Yeah, they stopped financing these people because this has been going on for years because they didn't know what other direction to go in, and they were not getting their wishes fulfilled. The 10 of Cups reverse. Okay. In the recent past, we already know they took action to do. Tell me now about this. What's the 6 of Wands? What is the 6 of Wands? Somebody is very unhappy right now. Someone could be a Gemini or the Lovers reverse. Somebody could have broke up a relationship, separated a business partner. Someone is stuck in a cycle. What's the World card reverse? Someone that was in their ego or that's in the same energy. Somebody is stuck in a cycle because they're heartbroken. That's very childish. So somebody that's very childish is heartbroken. All right, because they don't have no more money to pay these people, and they're stuck in a cycle now. Someone could be a fire sign. The King of Wands reverse. So the King of Wands reverse might represent an energy that was supposed to catfish you, to get married to them. Okay. Someone was supposed to get married to you or date you in order to get your energy for this Jesuit priest energy. But it's a King of Wands in reverse. So this is someone that lives a very sexually promiscuous lifestyle. Okay. You're a high priestess. Your energy is sacred. You don't scatter your energy all over the place. I seriously doubt that you would even get into a connection with someone that would scatter their sexual energy all over the place and bring it back to you. Yuck. Real high priestesses have a balanced pH and are disease free. So either way, they were sad. They're sad right now because you're bad. Oh my God, look, Temperance, whoever you are, you're balanced and you're still moving forward. And they're sad about this because they're stuck in a cycle. All right. Somebody is waiting and expecting a Two of Cups, someone to connect with someone, the King of Pentacles. Okay. So somebody is waiting for someone to connect with them to reverse an ending. They don't see something. So somebody thinks that somebody must be losing their mind. Somebody is still waiting for someone to reconnect with them. It's a King of Pentacles and who? Someone doesn't see something. Clarify, what's the Two of Swords? What is the Two of Swords? Someone could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, or an older masculine. Someone could have changed their mind or reversed a judgment about something, and they might feel powerless because they can't balance the situation. So what's this judgment reverse? Someone's trying to gaslight and manipulate somebody because they're burdened about something right now. Okay. What's the Scales? What is that? Justice? Yeah, someone wants to get a new start. There could be a Libra here that wants to get a new start and they're burdened right now, but they went broke. Okay. Yeah, it's three of them. Something's not going in their favor. Yeah, because they can't get any more financial backing. Yeah, they're not backing these people anymore. They fired them. What's the Devil? Yep. Something is not going in the favor of a Capricorn or Devil energy here. Okay. Something could have to do with a child. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. Somebody could have gotten a message to or for or from an Empress's child. Okay. And it's causing a tower because someone was trying to keep a secret. They can't balance the situation. They got stuck in a cycle. So somebody was trying to keep something a secret, and they could have been working with someone's child. It doesn't have to be a little child. This could be an adult child, but somebody was trying to keep like a family secret or something like that about some people working together with the Three of Pentacles, but the secret's about to come out. Yeah, the secret's about to come out. Yep. Someone could be a Libra. Someone could be a Virgo. Someone could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a night energy. And someone could be a Pisces. Okay. And a Sagittarius. Yeah. And a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And what is the Ace of Swords and the Empress? Yeah. Someone's not working with someone anymore. And someone's in a mental imprisonment now. And they're fighting. So it's a bunch of people that are literally fighting right now with that Five of Wands. There are a bunch of people right now that are fighting and up in arms that were Bennett. Now, these people that are fighting right now, the reason these people are fighting is because there were more people involved than this Jesuit priest, a judge. Y'all know it's people for everything. Notary, lawyers. There are going to be people in the community, the police. There are going to be people in your community and neighborhood. There are going to be other family members that were involved, incidents that could have occurred, crimes committed, identity theft, all kind of things, hacking your phone, hacking your bank accounts, all kind of things involved. So it's a whole bunch of people that were on the payroll is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. They can't carry this out with just a judge, a Jesuit priest, your handler, and maybe 3 people doing magic. It took a whole community of people to carry out what they were trying to carry out against whoever you are, meaning having you followed everywhere you walk, having you followed in a car, having people on hand to follow you into stores and places, having people to watch your home and do spell work round the clock. That takes a whole bunch of people. So a lot of people that were, and it takes people in your family too, a lot of them. So a whole bunch of people that were on the payroll are not getting their checks no more. So it's a whole bunch of fighting going on here, and a lot of other dynamics too. Y'all are telling me to pull some more energy from this deck right here. Somebody might pledge Alpha Kappa Alpha, an administrative assistant. All right. Someone could be a professor. Okay. Sigma Gamma Rho. What are the messages? A lot of these involve some people in fraternities. They're the doctor involved. They said to pull that out. Somebody could be a sovereign citizen. I am the living man. I have a right to travel and forage for food. Somebody's going to get that joke. Yeah, somebody will get that. All right, what are the messages, Holy Spirit? What are the messages? Wow, Ghana's back out here again. Your mayor, Ghana, middle school. Oh, it popped back out. Okay, so who is Sigma Gamma Rho? Because I opened the deck on it and it's popping out now. So somebody is pledged Sigma Gamma Rho. This person, I don't know, they might have access to energy weapons, or maybe they use them on you. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, what fell in my lap is a politician. Okay. Let's do this. We'll put this politician next to your mayor. I have Ghana and Sigma. All right. Oh, wait, we're done with this. Okay. Interesting. Child stuff be disappearing and reappearing sometime. It's like when I'm doing this sometime, I don't know who or what I'm reaching for at times. And different things, that need to come out. It's like something takes like over me. Not like demonic possession, but it's like sometimes something takes over me and I start moving and grabbing things, not knowing what I'm grabbing for. Oh, wow. I just opened the deck. Okay. Mental health evaluator. Okay. So there is a mental health evaluator. I'm picking up on. There's a mental health evaluator. Okay. Somebody is watching from a government agency. Okay. There's something here about the news. Okay. Something going on here about the news. All right. Well, I'm going to just let the spirit guide me then. I'm going to just go how they show me. I'm going to move how they show me to move. Something could be going on in court right now. Something could be going on with the news right now. Wow. Everything is all over the place. Okay. Wow. How'd that happen? Somebody's about to go to jail. Somebody's about to go to jail. Okay. Wow, this is crazy how this happens sometime. I get it. Wow. Man, they be just taking over my hands. Yeah, somebody's watching from a government agency right now. Okay. They're telling me somebody is watching from a government agency right now. Clarify Sigma. Okay, someone's brother might pledge or be connected to someone, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Clarify Sigma, Gamma, Rho, and Aries, Leo, Sag. These are business partners. So there might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, that might be business partners with someone that pledges Sigma, Gamma, Rho. Okay. Why is Ghana here? East Indian, Ajay Olokun. Tell me about why is Ghana? Clarify Ghana for me, please. Someone's female platonic friend, someone in the government, in the NSA. There might be somebody in the government that works for the CIA, the NSA, or the FBI that might be doing something in Ghana. Someone's uncle, aunt. Let me clarify Ghana. Clarify Ghana. Somebody might be Muslim, somebody's stepfather. They might be friends. Somebody might be a YouTube employee that manipulates somebody's stats. Someone might be in the military. Clarify Ghana. They're in my collective right now. They are a lesson that you're still in. So someone is still dealing with someone that is supposed to be a lesson. Okay. This is someone's husband or wife. Someone on someone's child's mom's side of the family. Okay. So for Ghana, somebody might be manipulating someone's stats on YouTube or doing something. What is YouTube employee manipulating stats? Someone's stuck in a cycle because somebody broke up with somebody. They're not getting a 10 of Pentacles. Somebody might have worked together with a King of Swords, air sign, and they're broken up now. The cycle's over. Somebody broke up with an air sign or someone that has their guard up to someone. Fire sign. Because they're aware they're aware that a conflict has been resolved already. Okay. So somebody was doing something with somebody's stats. Who's in the military with this Ghana energy? Someone could be an Aquarius and someone could be a Capricorn. There could be a Capricorn Aquarius that wanted to win at all costs with a page of Pentacles, something having to do with a child, but somebody might have their guard up to somebody right now. Somebody might have some information. A Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. So somebody could have broken up. So somebody might be having an issue surrounding a child right now, and somebody might be divorcing or could have divorced and broken up. Okay, and now they're moving on to calmer waters. A Capricorn, Aquarius, and a fire sign. So I don't know, there could be a Capricorn, Aquarius that might have a child with a fire sign. Okay. Someone on someone's child's mom's side. Why the Filipino out here? Or is someone in the Philippines? Clarify the Philippines or Filipino. Someone is very childish and they're crying right now because they were unskillful and unable to pull off an injustice. Someone Filipino. The Queen of Swords reversed. This is a narcissist. They might have had some words with somebody because they missed. All right, so there could be a Gemini that is working together with someone that's Filipino that was doing magic for them, is what I'm hearing. What's the Lovers? They were in some destructive energy. Okay, so there was a Gemini that was working together with a Filipino spiritual practitioner. Okay, but it was a missed opportunity. The Four of Wands reversed, and they're letting it go now. Okay, the doing magic on you. This Filipino, this Gemini was working with, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they were unable to be effective. Okay, someone's in my collective right now. Now, clarify more for me about Ghana. What is going on right now with this Ghana energy? The Queen of Wands, okay? They couldn't get away with it. So there's somebody, man or woman, okay, that could not get away with something, that wasn't thinking something right about this person here that'll do anything for money, that they were working together with. And they were working together and they're heartbroken right now. What were they trying to get away with? What was they trying to get away with Ghana? Okay. This is somebody that doesn't take accountability. This is somebody that whose perception of wrong and right is off. And what did they try to do? They offered somebody a large amount of money, the Queen of Wands reverse. So this is someone that's very sexually promiscuous, to try to get away with what? What were they trying to get away with? This Ghana energy. What were they trying to get away with? They didn't want someone to be able to move to calmer waters, meaning they didn't want someone to be to process something mentally and to be okay with it. They didn't want someone to be settled. Who's the Queen of Swords? Someone that was stuck in a cycle in a marriage to a Gemini, or with someone that they were in a relationship with. Somebody was playing on somebody's top, but it didn't go the direction they wanted it to. Okay, so somebody could have been playing on somebody's top. I have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I have Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody was playing on someone's top. There could be a younger person here that has bad karma right now. Okay, so there's, because they were trying to orchestrate something. Clarify the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers. Gemini energy. Oh, this is an older person. So this could be an older man or woman that's heartbroken because there was a younger person that was playing on somebody. They were playing on their mind. They were playing mind games with them, so they wouldn't be able to move to calmer waters. So they wouldn't be able to be in a peaceful, clear thinking mind. This is a narcissist. This is somebody that is cold. This is someone that is very strategic. They don't have empathy, compassion, or feelings. Everything, they'll lie. They lack integrity. They'll say and do anything without integrity to hurt people. They don't care. They'll steal, lie. They're dishonest. Anything to get it done. Not a good person. Okay. The Queen of Swords reverse. The Moon. So there could have been a younger person here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, that was trying to play on somebody that's older. Okay. But somebody didn't take action with them, or they're not taking action with them right now. The High Priestess reverse. So this could be someone that does magic because they got clarity, and this person is no longer their wish fulfillment. Okay. Yeah. This person got clarity that somebody was playing with somebody's head. It was a younger man or woman that was trying to play with an older person's mind in some kind of a way, so that they wouldn't be able to move to calmer waters, so that they wouldn't be mentally settled. They were playing mind games with them. What is this Muslim energy right here? What is this Muslim energy? Somebody's closed emotionally. Because somebody might have spoken something out to somebody about taking action to do something. It wasn't an equal exchange. Someone was working on trying to get something, an asset, money, something of value, but the spell work backfired. And someone's having a tower right now. Clarify that Justice card. Oh, so somebody didn't get the money. Someone was doing spell work to try to get a hold of someone's finances, a Virgo. And now someone might be losing their money or losing their foundation. And they were working. Now they're working to avoid a tower. How about just get a job? Then you don't got to worry about a tower. You get a steady paycheck. All right, tell me about this politician. There could be a politician that's a clone. Okay. So there might be a politician that might be a clone energy. All right. Clarify this politician energy. All right. Tell me about this politician. This is their op. Oh, okay. So what they're telling me is somebody that was targeting you was the op to a politician that is actually a clone. There's a politician out there that is a clone, but someone that was your handler, they were sleeping with that politician and guiding them on what to do, and basically had this politician under their control. I think this might even be your mayor energy. This is an underage teen. This is their potential love interest. No sex or dating yet. Oh no, the CIA, and it landed on Sigma Gamma Rho. Oh no, and a Korean. Oh my God. This was someone new coming towards somebody. These were business partners. Oh my God, what happened? So somebody was working together with a politician, okay? Somebody pledges Sigma Gamma Rho. The CIA popped out with that with Korean, and their business partners. Tell me about this underage child. No love, or this was who was an underage child's potential love interest. No sex or dating yet. See, this is that grooming energy. This is that grooming energy that I was talking about. You understand? They will introduce and bring an underage child to some of these pedophile politicians and people in government, and they'll start grooming them. They won't have sex with them right away because they don't want the child to see it as grape. They don't want the child to see it as a violation. They want the child to feel like they did something wrong or whatever, what have you. So it says this is their potential love interest. No sex and no dating yet. So what they do is they'll take the child that they plan to traffic and they'll get them to start spending time around this person, to get comfortable around this person, to build an emotional bond around this person, so that eventually they can start hugging this person and being affectionate with this person. They stick their toe in. You understand? They stick their toe in, and then they stick the next toe, and then half of their foot. They do it little by little by little, so it does not seem like it's something that's happening all at once. Okay? They allowed the child to feel like they would be betraying that person if they tell what's going on, by building an emotional bond, a relationship of gift giving and being kind and taking you to do stuff that you like doing and buying you stuff first, so that the child will be confused when something sexual happens, about backstabbing and betraying the person they developed a relationship with. Okay? That's what I'm getting for this is their potential love interest. No sex or dating yet. Who is this potential love interest for an underage teen? Who is this potential? Who is this potential love interest? Someone could be a Leo. Okay, so someone might be a Leo that could have made an offer with the Two of Cups. Ew. And got stuck in a cycle. Who did they make an offer to? Who did this Leo make an offer to? A Capricorn. And it was their complete wish fulfillment to give clarity about something. Someone got stuck in a cycle. Someone could have Sagittarius in their chart. Someone got stuck in a cycle because there was an imbalance to something. Who is the underage child? somebody that was aware. Who was the underage child? Who was the underage child? They took at God. And then what happened to the child after they had sex with the child? What happened to this child after they had sex with them? The star reverse. They couldn't heal. They couldn't heal something. Somebody's child could be an Aquarius. What's the Hierophant reverse? Who's the Hierophant reverse? Someone could be an Aquarius. Who is the Hierophant reverse? The Hierophant reverse. Somebody was held back and someone was aware. Somebody that held somebody back because they were a wounded warrior because somebody was aware of the sex that took place between an underage child, and they released the burden. Who's the child that they had sex with again? Tell me about the child they had sex with. Who is the child they had sex with? A Taurus. And someone might have spoken something out and gave clarity. So somebody held a child, an underage teen. There's a Leo. There is a Leo that put an underage teen in a position or took them somewhere where they couldn't get away or get out of having sex with a politician because they didn't want to let something go. And whoever the underage teenager was, they did not want to have sex with this person, but there's a Leo, they didn't want to let them go. So somebody's underage teenager was trapped somewhere where they were forced to have sex with somebody. Tell me about this Korean in the CIA. That was someone's friend. Something's happening very quickly. The Hierophant again. Tell me about this Hierophant energy. So this is some kind of religious figure. The Hierophant is a priest. Okay. So this could be like a Jesuit priest or something that was friends with this Korean and the Leo that was unhappy about something. And they didn't want to let somebody go. Somebody is in a mental imprisonment now. The Empress reverse. This could be an older man or woman. And they're trying to avoid a tower. So somebody could have had there's a Leo that took an underage teen into some place where they wouldn't release them and let them go. And they had sex against their will with a politician. Okay. And now they're worried about it. Okay. Tell me more. And someone's in the CIA here and they're sad because someone kicked them out their energy. Tell me more about this Korean. They celebrated with some Koreans a Cancer. Tell me about this Cancer. Tell me about the moon card Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. A Chinese hacker. Okay. So there's a Cancer energy here. Could be Chinese hacker. This might be Elon Musk. Oh, Elon Musk always comes out with this Korean because they're business partners or friends or something like that. Oh, so they were taken directly to either Elon Musk and this Korean. Watch, they cut off my internet. And someone didn't know what direction to go with something because something was a bad investment. And Elon Musk, he's not in a mental imprisonment about it. Okay, the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, Cancer energy. Or he's not stuck. What? Someone walked away. But what's the Ace of Wands? A knight? Who's this Knight of Cups? Somebody trying to avoid a tower now. Someone could be a Libra and a Gemini. So there could be a Libra, a Gemini, and a fire sign trying to avoid a tower right now. Clarify the star reversed. Clarify the star reversed here. Someone was very unhappy. What's the Temperance card? Someone didn't see that somebody would regain their balance. So what I'm getting here is they took someone's underage teen somewhere and made it in a way where they didn't let them go free, and they trapped them in some kind of a way. However they held them against their will, it's like you're not going home or moving on to calmer waters unless you have sex with. And it could be this Korean. They were working together with Elon Musk and the CIA and a politician. And now they're trying to avoid a tower because whatever happened to that child, it traumatized them. And they thought they would have control over that child mentally, and they would never recover. Like they'd end up on drugs, end up strung out in the street. They'd never be able to give their testimony. They would never tell anybody what happened to them because they didn't want to have sex. And they figured the child wouldn't be able to get, no one would believe them anyway, or whatever the case. Whatever happened here, they're telling me that child healed. That child healed, and they're able to articulate themselves. They could be a young adult now and speak on what happened to them. The Nine of Swords reverse. Yup, I can't make it up. Whoever's teenager that was, now they can speak out, and they healed. They was not expecting this child to heal and to be able to have a clear enough mind to speak out about what happened against their will. They were great. And there was a Korean there, someone in the CIA. They said Elon Musk walked away, but the Korean was there, and a politician. And they spoke out about it, and they couldn't keep it hidden with the moon reverse. So they got stuck in a cycle, working together to try to do what? They feel powerless. They're not thinking right about something, a Libra, because they did spell work and magic over somebody. The Emperor reverse. So there could have been a Libra and Aries that was doing magic over a child to stop them from being able to heal their mind and heal their body so that they could be in a mental state where they're not in a mental imprisonment about speaking about their great. They were great. They were taken somewhere and great. There was a Libra and an Aries involved in the sexual assault of an underage teen. And they're burdened about it right now in real time. Yup. The Page of Cups. And somebody is fighting right now and making a spiritual offer. They're doing spell work over somebody's child right now in real time because they can't control their emotions because something's not going in their favor. Anything else about this underage teen? Tell me more about this. This underage teen is not keeping it. Well, they might be an adult now. I don't know. They're not keeping it a secret. Someone could be a Sagittarius, and it's causing a huge imbalance to the crime that was committed. Yeah, because they wanted to win at all costs. A Libra. So a Libra had somebody's underage teen sexually assaulted. What's the sun sign of this child? That a Libra. I can't make it up. A Libra and an Aries. What's the sun sign of this child that was sexually assaulted? Someone is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And they're under judgment. A Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio child. A Cancer, Pisces. Oh my God. There is a water sign child out here that they tried or they sexually assaulted. They took to a Korean and possibly a politician. and put them in. See, when they manipulate these children, they'll make it seem, well, you're not going to get any food and no one's going to drive you. They'll have them in an isolated area or place and be like, hey, I want to take you home, and I know you're really tired and hungry, and I really want to feed you and, buy you some lunch, but your parents left you here. I mean, so and so over there, he's a really nice man. I'm sure, if you're nice to him, he'd be more than willing to help you get some food, get you some lunch. I know you're hungry. You've been sitting here all day and you don't have any way home. You're over here at a cabin in the woods, 50 miles away from civilization. I would love to give you a ride home, but your parents aren't here. And it's all by design to try to make it seem as though, again, it's the child's fault, or, no one's holding you, but we're 50 miles away from a road and civilization, some type of manipulation where they know there's no way out unless they cooperate with the people. So it's no physical force, but you're not getting out of here, and no one's going to give you food, and no one's going to take you back where you came from unless you cooperate, or you can sit here hungry. You understand? Where the person might be like, I just want to go home, I'm tired. And if the parents are cooperating, they're in trouble. So there is a Libra and an Aries. Who else was involved in doing this to this child? Because they wanted to hold on to a high priestess, and somebody cut them off. Oh, wow. So they did this to a high priestess's child. They did this to a high priestess child to get into the mother's energy, because the mother, so there's a mother out there that cut off people that were trying to find a way to energy harvest from her, a high priestess mother. Okay. So what they did is they put the child in some kind of situation where the child was sexually assaulted. They might have lured them there under false pretenses. And they were hoping that the trauma they inflicted on this child through spell work would make the child feel stupid. They would feel embarrassed, ashamed. They would feel like it was their fault. And the child would never speak up about what they did to them, how they were sexually assaulted. There's Aries and a Libra that did this to someone's underage teenager. Okay. They could have threatened them too. The Page of Swords. They could have spoken to them in a threatening way to make them feel like they're not safe if they ever speak about it. And they would then be able to brainwash that child into working with them against the high priestess mother to get in her energy, because the trauma would allow their vibration to lower enough to allow entities and demonic spirits to attach and take over the child. See, when you want to damage a child on purpose, you have to do something to traumatize them in order to lower their frequency. Then you can do spell work over the child's mind and over their heart to block their heart chakra, and over their sexual energy to bind that child so you can use them, because then that child will be heavily influenced by the entities that are now attached to their chakras. Okay. So they've been threatening this child verbally and doing magic, but they couldn't backstab and betray them with a death. Yeah, they threatened to kill this child. They threatened to kill this child, being childish about how they were sexually assaulted by Elon Musk's friend, a Korean, and a politician. A Queen of Wands threatened somebody's child, and a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, because they were trying so hard to get a judgment reversed on a high priestess. They took someone's teenager to be sexually assaulted, and then they threatened them with death and did spell work over them. This is what this Knight of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio did with the Queen of Wands. But they couldn't get away with it because the child has healed and the child is speaking up now. See, you can threaten someone that's younger and naive. Well, I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna kill your mother. You understand? Because some young people, they don't know any better. They don't know these are bozos and they can get their ass whooped. They don't know that. They don't know these are bozos that can easily get their ass whooped. They don't know that. Tell me about this mayor energy. This is their potential love interest. No sex or dating yet. Okay, so it was a mayor too. So the politician was a mayor that a teenager was forced to have sex with. The politician was a mayor that a teenager was forced to have sex with. Somebody was co-workers. Somebody's name could be Ty. This was their op. This is your son. They could have done this to someone's son, someone's ex-husband or ex-wife. So somebody could have done this to someone's son, child. These are friends. Someone could be East African. Someone could be your cousin. They did this to somebody's son. Wow. Your stepfather, this is your op. Somebody's stepfather could have been somebody's op. Somebody's stepfather could have been somebody's op. Somebody's child could be a Scorpio, is what I'm hearing. Somebody could have like a Scorpio son. Like their son could be a Scorpio or a water sign. Tell me about middle school. What is this about middle school? I have Cuba, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Somebody could be an earth sign. Someone could be a fire sign. Somebody could be from Jamaica. Tell me about middle school or any school. Something having to do with schooling. A Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So somebody could be a water sign, earth sign, and a fire sign. What is this middle school energy about? This is your family doing this, and it fell on Dr. and Elon Musk and Chinese. Oh. Somebody could be trying to groom a child in school with a mental health evaluator. I hope this is not about their sexual abuse that they did to get away with something, because Elon Musk popped out here. This is your family doing this. Middle school, and it fell on Doctor, which is over mental health evaluator. There's a pastor here. There might be a pastor involved. Someone's Japanese. These are business partners. Someone's niece. Okay, so we know Elon Musk is probably here about the financing. This has to do with the financing. Why is Elon Musk involved? Why is he here? About to lie? So somebody's trying to push a lie about the hangman, about an Aquarius trying to sacrifice somebody and being stuck in a cycle trying to sacrifice somebody. A King of Wands reverse. What is a King of Wands reverse? Somebody did not have sex with somebody, and they can't move to calmer waters. So somebody might have told a lie about someone being a King or Queen of Wands reverse or sexually promiscuous, but somebody didn't have sex or didn't want to have sex with somebody. There's an Emperor here, Aries, and they can't move to calmer waters. There's a Libra and an Aries here again. So Elon Musk is getting involved now to try to tell a lie about a child that was molested. And that same Aries and Libra is back out here again. So there's an Aries and a Libra here, and this is about this child. And they're trying to get someone to tell a lie about something. There's a child that did not want to have sex with somebody, and they're trying to say that child was sexually promiscuous with the King of Wands reverse. Tell me about this doctor and mental health evaluator. What's okay? The Queen of Wands, someone that's respected. This might be a doctor. Tell me about this doctor and mental health evaluator. Yup. So Elon Musk is trying to get a doctor to lie about what a child reported right now. Elon Musk, there's a Libra and an Aries involved in the sexual assault of a child, an underage teen. And they're working together with a mental health evaluator right now to get them to lie. And Elon Musk is paying for it. He's financing it. That's the truth. The Ace of Swords is right here, right now. Somebody can't backstab and betray somebody with a death. Who are they trying to kill? Who are they trying to kill? Someone that wanted to tell somebody no, someone that wanted to reject somebody. The King of Pentacles. Somebody wanted to reject a King of Pentacles, a father figure in a house. Somebody didn't want to have sex with somebody in this house. They said no. Somebody did not. So what they're doing is they're working on this child's top now. They're trying to mentally manipulate this child to say that they were in the Queen of Wands reverse, King of Wands reverse energy, that the child was being sexually promiscuous with an adult in the house. The Four of Wands is talking about the house. The King of Wands reverse is talking about the child like advancing sexually on the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the adult they had sex with, and the child said no. They turned them down. The Ace of Wands reverse, the Two of Cups reverse. They grape this child, but they're trying to go over and mentally F this child in the head to say that they did not do it. Who's the King of Pentacles in the house the child had sex with? Oop, an Eritrean at the NSA, a tarot card reader that's insecure, and a stepmother was in this house, and somebody's aunt was all a part of this. Who's this King of Pentacles? This is somebody's daughter, a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini's daughter. This might be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius daughter that said, no, I don't want to have sex. They did not want to have sex. They said no. But right now, Elon Musk is bribing with money this mental health evaluator to play on this child's mind so that this child will eventually see it as though they said yes when they forced this child and they grape this child. Tell me about this pastor. Tell me about this pastor. I already told y'all, some of these parents out here that didn't get the money that they were promised in these cults, they didn't make their sacrifice, and they're not going to be able to. I told you some of these parents are disgusting. Some of these parents are disgusting, and now they're offering up their children. Some of these parents are literally offering up their children because they thought you were going to be their sacrifice, and it didn't turn out the way they thought it was. Somebody is the wounded warrior right now. What's the Empress? Someone could be pregnant. Is someone pregnant right now? Or clarify, is someone the Two of Cups reverse? Someone is stuck in a cycle because someone was in the same energy with the Ace of Pentacles, trying to get a new start. That could be the physical start of a relationship. but it was a bad investment, and now there's a conflict. So I feel like somebody thought no one was paying attention and no one was watching, and they might have started prostituting a child again, because someone started. I feel like someone sex trafficking a child because they thought no one was paying attention. This could be an underage teen. This can be someone between 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere in there. What's this pastor doing? They're not getting away with it. They're not getting away with it. What is this pastor doing? There could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here, still trying to get a judgment reversed in some destructive energy, trying to cause a death. Oh, they were working with the pastor. They were working with the pastor to cause a high priestess a death, but now they can't recover because they could not get rid of a high priestess. They couldn't backstab, and it caused an imbalance to their little operation they got going on here. They wanted to get away with something and win at all costs. But the Four of Wands reversed. They're burdened right now because there's an imbalance to this house where they were having this child sexually assaulted. Why is this Japanese energy here? Why is this Japanese energy here? Someone's under judgment. There's a child being sexually assaulted. There's an underage teen that's being forced to have sex with several different people. Yeah, it's causing an imbalance for them. There could be an older man or woman. They could be Japanese. And they're not going to recover because they couldn't get rid of a high priestess. It was a bad investment. The Queen of Pentacles reverse. Yup. This Aries or Emperor, someone is speaking out about something right now. This is disgusting. This is really, really disgusting. Tell me about someone's niece. Who is someone's niece? Someone speaking out about something. Someone could be air sign. There's a conflict right now. There's some kind of conflict right now because somebody is defending somebody. An Aquarius, or someone is trying to defend themselves. An Aquarius might be trying to defend themselves right now. I told y'all, these reprobate-minded demons, like if somebody brings attention to something they doing and they get exposed, if suddenly that person goes quiet for a little while, they go right back to what they were doing as if they're not going to get caught. You understand? Because you're not dealing with souls and their consciousness anymore. What you have that has fully infiltrated the government and your families and communities are a whole bunch of entities and demonic spirits that are housing vessels, and they have no social awareness of what's appropriate or inappropriate. They think it's okay to do anything right now. I can grape a child in the street in front of the police station. It doesn't matter. The government's over. We can do whatever we want to do. The judge has an entity attachment too. We can just go out and do what we want to do. Like literally, that's what they're doing. These are people that are possessed with demonic spirits and entities. Whose niece is this? So there's an Aquarius that can't defend himself right now for doing this with all these people to somebody's niece. Someone could be Sagittarius, and something's getting balanced right now. Somebody might be in some night energy and taking a risk. There could be someone's son and someone's daughter. This could be happening too. Someone might have made a spiritual offer, but it got cut off. Someone was expecting someone to go to jail. Child, the Nine of Swords. Somebody was hoping somebody would go to jail, and they get a Ten of Pentacles, a Virgo, right now, but they're stuck in a cycle. Somebody's trying to get somebody to go to jail, but someone's not taking action because they're stuck in a cycle because of a crime. Child, somebody's getting in trouble right now for sex trafficking somebody's children. They sold their children. Somebody sold their children. Somebody sold their children to be sex trafficked, and Elon Musk is involved. And Elon Musk is financing for a mental health evaluator, possibly at the middle school that child goes to brainwash that child or to manipulate that child through threatening them or guilt tripping them passive aggressively about their family to shut up, or what you thought happened didn't happen, or it was your idea. But just be grateful that you know better now, and you're not going to go around trying to sleep with a bunch of grown politicians in a house that we took you to. You know, there is a mental health evaluator right now that is being paid money because Elon Musk wants them to brainwash that damn child to say what happened didn't actually happen. Right now, this is happening in real time. Yes? What? Yes, ma'am. They didn't get away with it. Well, praise God. Who's the Snyder Wands? Someone that reversed an ending with a Queen of Swords. This could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini that was trying to orchestrate to have someone sacrifice right now in real time. They didn't get away with it. They're being blocked. A Leo. Someone could be Haitian. Someone could be Australian. Someone could be a military vet. Child, y'all just don't know how sick I am. Y'all just don't know how sick I am of these disgusting ass people. I'm so sick. I am like literally so flabbergasted and sick of these damn people. I'm really, I've really had it with these people. I'm like ready to fight. But I guess we all fight in our different ways, right? We all fight in our different ways. That are talent, skills, gifts, and abilities that God gives us, right? So sick of these people. Sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. Seriously sick. Like vomit. Holy Divine Spirit, give me the messages, please, and thank you. It's disgusting. What are the messages, Holy Divine Spirit? You want me to pull a chakra card? Solar plexus. Okay. Indonesia, you don't belong there. Get out the way. There might be a hurricane that might be getting ready to occur somewhere. There might be a hurricane. Call center. I don't know. There could be, there might be a spiritual Karen working at a call center somewhere also. Gives or gave oral sex with their mouth. These are petty crimes. Child, these demons, I'm telling you, these demons are really something else. Child, I know ain't nobody calling the police on me for what? Being inside my house. You can't even hear me out there doing a reading. What you gonna do? Knock at my door? What you gonna do? You gonna come knock at my gate in another country and be like, "How you doing? We're taking you to jail because I heard you doing a reading online and you mentioned Elon Musk's name about something, and they want me to take you to jail." Child. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, in the cards that came out, somebody's trying to get somebody in jail. Child, can you imagine an officer knocking at your door? How you doing? How you doing? You a tarot card reader? You doing a reading right now? Yeah, I know. I'm laughing too. Yeah, how you doing? So I got a call from someone that you're doing an online reading right now about Elon Musk, and you said his name online, and we're gonna put you in our jail here. Child, I'm gonna keep my internet on just in case, because that'll go worldwide. Child, that will go viral, baby. That will literally go viral. Do you know how viral it would go if somebody came knocking at my door to lock me up while I'm online doing a reading and talking about Elon Musk? Like, you, Elon Musk. The reason that they got a problem with it is because it's one thing to spread gossip, or it's one thing to say something is happening and this, that, and the other, but it's a whole, because it can easily be disputed. But it's another thing when the damn cards are shuffled in your face and they pop out right in front of you, and every deck, y'all know, when I open the cards, it tells and reflects the exact story that I'm telling. And you can see the death card. You can see the King of Wands reverse. You can see the bride. You can see everything in the cards with me. And that's what they fear. And that's what they have a problem with. They have a problem with the fact that I'm telling the God truth, and it's coming out in the cards as clear as day. And you can see it popping out my hands. It's not something I'm talking out the side of my neck. Y'all see my hands, and y'all see these cards coming out aligned up, telling the whole story that's happening right now. And they can't refute it because I'm doing this live on the air. Ain't no camera trick or nothing. And that's the reason why. Because they're like, oh my God. I know God put me here for a reason. Why solar plexus out here? And I made sure I didn't turn my radio on today. I didn't play no music on today, except on my phone. And I could barely hear it on my phone. So I know, I'm never playing my radio again, ever. My speaker around. You don't got to tell me but one time. See, once you realize one tactic that a person will attempt to use to try to find a way to get you in trouble or get you in jail or whatever, you make sure you close that door forever, depending on your circumstances. You make sure that that door never opens again for someone to use that as a tool to get you in trouble. So once you tell me something one time, because they brought like 5 officers about my speaker or whatever, and I was like, wow, really? I said, okay, nope, I'm not going to ever give you another opportunity to use that again. Thank you. And I will never, ever turn a speaker on ever, ever, ever again in this house, not here, because you won't be able to ever use that again. Regular people, they don't have to walk on eggshells. But me, because of what I do and because of what my life purpose and mission is, I do have to walk on eggshells because I know that I have people that are watching me constantly, and they're looking for anything that they can manipulate to find a way to shut me up, to find a way to lock me away, to find a way to do something with me. So I literally have to walk on eggshells. Why solar plexus out here? To be careful that I don't give anybody any reason. Child, even when I don't, people be looking for something. What can we use? What can we use? Okay, mellitus. Is that a type of diabetes or something? And arrogance. So somebody could be suffering from mellitus. Is mellitus a form of diabetes? I know I'm ignorant, but I'm not a doctor and I'm not arrogant. So can someone tell me? I think someone told me before. Does anyone know what mellitus is? It's diabetes? Okay, thank you. All right, why is heart chakra out here, please, and thank you. Why is heart chakra out here? Oh. Psychological manifestation of an imbalance in the heart chakra is codependency and unable to set boundaries and possessiveness. Okay. Okay. Someone has an entity attachment in their heart. Somebody has an entity attachment in their heart. Who's this person that's unable to set boundaries? Please and thank you. Who is this person unable to set boundaries? There could be a Virgo that's waiting for, or hermit energy that's very emotional right now, that couldn't get away with something. So somebody could have tried to get away with something because they were being arrogant. This person might be suffering from diabetes. Someone could have Virgo in their chart. Someone might be very possessive. They have an entity attachment to their heart. They have codependency issues as well, and they couldn't get away with something. And they can't move something forward with a marriage. Okay. And they're overly emotional. And they're saying, get out the way because it's about to come down. So there could be a hermit or Virgo energy or anyone. This person is very arrogant. They're suffering from some kind of mellitus or diabetes. They don't know how to set boundaries. They have codependency issues. They're entity feeding in their heart, and they're upset because they were not able to get married to somebody. And this is someone that's very possessive of somebody. And right now they're drowning in their emotions. Okay. And the Ace of Wands, someone could be taking action, or they took action to do something, but it was a bad investment because no one, it's like some friends are no longer friendly with them. Okay. They've been trying to get people to help them sacrifice somebody. All right. So we wanted to know what we're talking about here. They're saying, get out the way because it's about to come down. So something big is about to happen. It could be a hurricane somewhere that's about to happen. And a passed over ancestor might be in that hurricane. Oh, baby, I believe it. It could have already happened. And where came out, and somebody's ancestors is laughing. I'm picturing a scene from The Wizard of Oz. I'm picturing a scene like from The Wizard of Oz, where there was a big tornado, and you saw the house fall on the witch, and all you saw was the witch's feet and legs sticking out from under the house in The Wizard of Oz. Somebody ancestors is going to be up in a hurricane, and all you're going to see is one of them witches or warlocks that been attacking you in the news, and you're going to see their feet just laying out from under a house that collapsed on them, like in The Wizard of Oz. All right, they want to talk about where. So maybe it's about to be a hurricane somewhere. Give me a minute. Or it could have already happened. I don't know. Can you clarify this hurricane energy, please? And thank you. What's this about North Africa? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a hurricane in North Africa. Child, right now you can get weather anywhere. Places that used to not get certain things, certain types of hurricanes. Dominican Republic, New Mexico. All right, I want you to tell me about this hurricane energy. It could be the nationality of the person that will be affected by it, or it could be the actual place. I keep seeing New Mexico, but we'll see. There might be a hurricane coming. All right, what is this? What is this hurricane energy? Okay, I have Japan, Jamaica, Switzerland, and Afghan fell on North Africa. Okay, so they want me to say something about Afghanistan. Okay, which would be, in that region. And then I have Somalia here, or someone could be Somalian, or someone could be Afghan. Why is Afghanistan here in North Africa? What did you want me to say about this Afghanistan and North Africa energy? Why is Afghanistan and North Africa here? Something might be a good investment. What's the Seven of Pentacles? The Lovers reverse. Somebody could have broke up with somebody. Clarify the Lovers reverse. A Leo. Somebody could have broke up with a Leo. Something's balanced. A water sign could have broken up with a Leo. And is this water sign going to Afghanistan? Yeah, they're either getting fired or not working with someone anymore. And they think either someone from Afghanistan is a good investment, or they're getting a house in Afghanistan. Okay, the Emperor reversed. So either somebody is getting a house in Afghanistan, or they're dealing with an emperor, an older man or woman from Afghanistan, because something didn't go in their favor and they're releasing a burden. Okay, so there might be a water sign. Something didn't go in their favor. They're breaking up with a Leo, and they might be working with an older man from Afghanistan to purchase a home in Afghanistan. Why do they want to go to Afghanistan? They're trying to cut a judgment. I knew it. All right. So what they want me to tell you is there's a water sign warlock, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They know somebody, maybe from work, that is Afghanistan. And there's an older man at their job or from somewhere that's going to help them to either rent or get a home in Afghanistan, where they'll be hiding out so that they don't go under judgment. This is a warlock that was working together with a Leo, and they're about to flee, if they haven't already, to go to Afghanistan. This warlock is going to Afghanistan to avoid judgment. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yes, y'all wanted me to say something else about that? Yeah, he's under judgment. Broke up with a Leo, and might be trying to emotionally manipulate. Oh, they might be saying something to balance the situation out because they feel defeated. They're overly emotional right now, and very defensive. So somebody is overly emotional and very defensive about an accusation right now. And they might even be reporting something to the justice system to give clarity about a situation that they are connected to. Okay. So it's like there's someone that they're connected to a situation going on right now in the legal justice system. And they are wanting to tell their side of the story, and then flee to Afghanistan. Okay. Because I feel like it's a whole bunch of people connected to whatever this judgment is that's about to be handed down in court. Okay. So that's why North Africa and Afghanistan is here. Somebody could be going to the Cayman Islands too. Clarify why Switzerland here. Someone is releasing a burden. Something's too much for somebody. Why is Switzerland here? Because somebody could be in Switzerland or from Switzerland. They don't know what direction to go with something right now. All right. Tell me about this Switzerland energy really quick. A West African. Okay. Thank you. So there is a West African that could either be living in Switzerland, or they have a house in Switzerland, or they're connected to something in Switzerland. I wonder if that's the Jesuit I picked up earlier. I know I picked up on an East African Jesuit from like Ethiopia before, but I know some West African Jesuits as well. Okay, so right now they don't know what direction to go with something. Tell me about this because they know they won't recover. This West African won't recover from what? Uh, Someone could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. They know they won't recover and they're stressed out right now with the Nine of Swords. They're stressed out right now because they're not going to recover from what they tried to do to an Empress because they could not create a conflict or some kind of upheaval in an Empress's life to do whatever they were trying to get away with doing. And it must be connected to some kind of judgment in court. Let's talk again about the Switzerland because somebody is aware of everything that they did. And they're being childish right now. A Libra, okay, and a Pisces. So there could be a Libra and a Pisces that knows everything about what this Aries was up to and what this Aries was doing. And they're being childish right now because the Aries left the Libra. So they might be going to Switzerland to hide because they don't want to end up under judgment. Or they're planning to go to Switzerland or something like that. See, they say get out the way because it is coming down. Because somebody's passed over ancestor is the one that's over all this. Tell me about the Somalian. Woo, child. There's a Somalian carrying a very heavy burden right now because the Six of Pentacles, they could be broke right now. An Emperor energy. They were working on something here with a Pisces or a father figure. So they might even be going broke. There might be a Somalian that was working with a Pisces or a father figure on something, and they might be going broke right now because something's getting balanced. And whatever they had their hand in, they're gaslighting and being childish and lying. Because they were expecting something. They were expecting to avoid a tower because of a knight that was helping them, a knight and a Virgo. This could be a fire sign and a Virgo. A Somalian was trying to orchestrate something to happen to somebody, but they're backstabbed and betrayed. One is a father figure, could be a Pisces, and the other one is a Somalian, and it's not going in their favor. Whatever they were orchestrating against somebody, the Hermit reverse could be talking about isolation and depression. That could be someone being isolated and depressed by a Somalian and a Pisces father figure. They were unable to do it and they got stuck in a cycle, and somebody had the truth and the clarity about what they were doing. And now this King of Pentacles is about to lose their finances, the Nine of Pentacles reverse, because of it, because of what they were working on. And they might even have to try to defend themselves. What's the Seven of Wands? There's a Pisces father figure that's trying to defend. They're defensive against this Pisces father figure because they feel like they might lose their house and marriage or something like that. Okay. And they're trying to avoid a tower now. That Somalian is getting on a horse and skedaddling the hell up out of here. What's this Japan energy? Okay. Why is Japan here? Please and thank you. Could be a Capricorn connected to Japan that's burdened right now, that's taking action, their complete wish fulfillment. Their complete wish fulfillment is a Virgo or Hermit to work, some kind of work. What's the Knight of Pentacles? They're very emotional about getting away with some kind of a crime. Okay. They're very emotional about a crime. Someone is Japanese, someone is a hermit, and they're emotional because they want someone to get away with a crime that they committed. Okay. What's the Hermit? What is the Hermit? Oh, okay. And it has to do with the work. It is a Virgo that took action to try to get an Empress locked up, but they can't get a judgment reversed. So they cannot get, again, whoever this Empress energy is, whether you're a man or a woman, you're an older person that's very well developed, very balanced. very stable. Okay. And this Japanese person was working together with a Virgo on you to try to get a judgment over you. But it didn't work. The Four of Wands reverse, and somebody got to move out of a house because something is over. They didn't have the skill. The Eight of Pentacles reverse, they didn't have the skill to do it. And the King of Pentacles might be about to be put out his home or lose his financing. So they were being financed by someone from Japan. Yep. Someone in Japan was financing them. Whoever this Japanese energy is, they were financing them to have you spiritually attacked and to orchestrate crime around you, to try to create conflicts in your environment with the hopes of trapping you in jail or a psych ward. And you got a Japanese person here that was financing a Virgo to do that. Why is Jamaica here? Clarify this Jamaica energy. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so there could be somebody here. Something could be very destructive. They're unhappy with someone that was very destructive. I have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Chakra card. All right. Clarify, an illegal immigrant. Okay. So somebody is an illegal immigrant. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Who's that Queen of Cups? A co-worker. These are friends with benefits. East African. So there could be a Jamaican and an East African that are friends with benefits. This is one of your ex's friends or family, and this is about a family relationship or dynamic. Okay, so somebody has an ex that could be either Jamaican or East African, and whoever that ex of yours is, they're dealing with someone that could be Jamaican, or they could be someone dealing with someone that's East African. Take it as it resonates. And they're not happy with the way somebody handled something. An illusion. They're not happy with the way somebody handled an illusion that they were trying to create, because something ended up getting exposed, and now the devil reversed. Yeah. So there is a Jamaican and an East African that are friends with benefits. They were having sex with each other and working with each other. They have the same friends and family, and they were trying to get an empress out of her home, but it didn't go the way they thought it would. Okay, this might be a mother figure. Something got exposed, and the Hangman. They have to release something. Yeah, the Hangman being clarified by the Eight of Wands reverse. Something is being stopped. Someone didn't want to let go, but something is being stopped. The Three of Cups. Yeah. Somebody was in some kind of exchange with somebody that they were celebrating with, drinking, eating with, having sex with, that didn't want to let a conflict go, and they reversed an ending doing something again to cause an imbalance. The Page of Cups, to make a spiritual offer against somebody. The Emperor reverse. This could be an older warlock that's in the reverse. And a narcissist. The King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Or this could be two men. It could be an East African man with a Jamaican man, and they could be lovers. Or it could be a man and a woman. Take it as it resonates. Somalian. Oh, is it that Somalian? Oh, was it a Somalian and a Jamaican? What? That's East Africa. Oh, okay. I don't know. Ciao. Okay. Tell me about this hurricane energy. What is this hurricane? It's coming down. What is this hurricane energy, please and thank you? Something is about to get balanced. The Two of Pentacles. Here you go. So something is about to get balanced. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're promising you. Your ancestors are going to be riding this next hurricane. Yup. Because something was a bad investment. The Knight of Swords, something that they tried to do very quickly to create some kind of a conflict. The Five of Wands, a Queen of Wands, okay, trying to create some kind of conflict, and it got exposed. Yeah. And they got stuck in a cycle trying to get away with doing something and get away with but somebody is not stuck and not in a mental imprisonment. Yeah. So where's this hurricane gonna touch down? By who? Which one of these numbnuts? So the hurricane is gonna touch down close to wherever Capricorn is. A Page of Pentacles. Someone could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because they're not gonna get there with fulfillment. And someone could be a fire sign or a prostitute. Child, okay. So someone's gonna get hit by a damn hurricane and be looking like the witch that the house fell on in the Wizard of Oz. All right. Holy Divine Spirit, what is the final message, please and thank you? What is the final message? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Somebody could have gotten fired because they didn't have the skills to do something. Something is over, or somebody could have already healed from something. The Ace of Cups reverse. Somebody is closed emotionally and they're moving on to calmer waters. This could be a Pisces or a father figure. Someone could be overly emotional about an Empress right now. They could have taken action to do something, but it got balanced just as quick. Final message. Something is not going to go in somebody's favor. A Libra and possibly an Earth sign. Yeah, something is not going to go in somebody's favor, and they are closed emotionally right now. They are closed emotionally right now. They have to release something, and there's a fire, because a fire sign might have released them, and they had an ego death. So there could possibly be a fire sign here that could have released somebody. There's possibly an Earth sign here, possibly a Libra here that a fire sign has released, and they're closed emotionally. Final message. Somebody might have issues in court or with the law now, and they won't be able to move something forward, and they won't be able to get away with something. There you have it right there. I'll go over that for you. That's the Hierophant talking about the government. Someone could be going to jail or going to court because they got the truth and the clarity about something that was going on, and they can't move something forward with the Chariot in the reverse, and they're unable to get away with something, and they're mad. That's an Earth sign, a Libra, because a fire sign walked away. So I'm getting there's a fire sign Warlock that walked away from a Libra, and there is an Earth sign and a Libra that are both about to end up in court for something that they did. Guys, y'all know who it is. I'm Quan Yin. I know I get a little bit emotional during my readings, but I get angry. I'm going to be honest with you. I do get emotional, and I do get a little bit angry. And I know it got to any righteous person. If you got a righteous bone in your body, any righteous person is going to feel something when somebody is doing something to a child. You know what I'm saying? It's just that children are so damn innocent. And to have fully grown adults doing the type of effery and mental manipulation to hurt an innocent child and then gaslight them into thinking something didn't happen that did happen that hurt them, and to have grown adults bullying them. Let me tell y'all, I remember my mother was trying to sacrifice me a long time ago. Before we left Brooklyn, New York, I remember my mother was trying to kill me. She had some kind of demonic spirit. I'm convinced my mother was a clone, but and she died a long time ago. but there was some kind of demonic spirit that had her acting crazy, trying to take me out. And I was told to get up and go, or she was gonna kill me. A voice told me, get up and go, or she gonna kill you. And it was after many, many years of abuse already. But the final straw was, I remember where she said she heard somebody tell her that I did something, like a voice told her, like God or something. And she got a stick, a big stick that had big thorns in it. And she hit me all over my arms and legs. She looked for, I'm not talking about a switch. I know what a switch is. That's not abuse. I don't care what y'all say. We all had to go get the green switch. I'm not talking about that. She got an actual stick, a branch. And she looked for a branch that had thorns, like these sticky things all in it. Purposefully, she wanted the sticky things in it. And she beat me all over my back and all over my arms. And I had blood running down my arms and back, not gushing out, but it was enough that the spirit came to me when I was a child and said, she's going to try to kill you. You're going to have to leave very soon. Start packing a bag and making a plan. I was a child. That's when I ended up sleeping on the subway in New York and going between the subway in New York and a friend of mine's basement that would let me sneak in there after her mother left for work. And I remember, anyway, social services ended up coming in, taking my mother's other kids. My mother tried to jump out the window and take off running and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But either way, my mother lost custody of all of her children, and she lost her food stamps. Back then, they gave you welfare to pay your rent back then. And I remember my Aunt Cynthia, got mad at me for breaking up my mother's household because they already had a plan for me. I mean, spiritually, they already were planning in New York on how they were going to try to manipulate my life in such a way where they would be able to literally pimp me if they could have. And it would have been much easier to execute that in New York if I stayed there under my mother's roof, where it's familiar territory, because my whole family is from New York, on my mother's side. So it's familiar territory. They know everybody. They connected everywhere. So it'd have been easy. And I messed up the whole plan by taking off because that's how her whole house came apart. And my own Aunt Cynthia, I remember she said out her mouth to me one time. She was like, well, nobody told you to leave, because I was talking to her and telling her something about having a conversation with my mother and a social worker after the fact. And I asked, could I have my coat to take back to the group home? And it was cold outside. And my mother said, no, I couldn't have a coat. And she sucked her teeth, rolled her, no, you can't have no coat. My mother didn't want me to freeze. She wanted me to freeze because she was mad. And I just remember I was like trying to vent to my aunt, and she was very unempathetic. And she was like, well, nobody told you to leave. She was upset because things were already getting lined up and going according to plan for what they had planned for my life. Okay. But I feel like my father was burning candles on her ass. I think my father had did something with some candles to disrupt that whole household. But nonetheless, it does make me angry when adults do things to children, mental manipulation, when they have their own agendas and they abuse and manipulate and try to get away with stuff, because children are vulnerable and children don't have as much as a voice, and they're unable to understand, recognize, or bring attention to a very manipulative, sociopath, narcissistic adult that's trying to get away with something, because people will listen to the adult over the child, right? And I hate that, So to hear that they have a mental health evaluator they're trying to bribe to play in a child's head that's being abused right now, that's been sexually abused, that was forced, and they're trying to convince this child that they were not raped. No, No, yes, I'm furious about that. I show gratitude for my collective of the highest vibration of love right now. I show gratitude right now for all of my ancestors that came before me of the highest vibration of love that have been guiding me, protecting me, loving on me. Laura Mae Moore, Katie Freeman, Ella Mae Freeman, Charles Hinton, Herbert Moore, Aleka Wuvu, Burhanu Wuvu, Lasandwork Wuvu, Katie Covington. I show gratitude for the Most High God, Yeshua, Jehovah, Christ Jesus, Allah. I show gratitude. Yao. I show gratitude right now for my angels, my ancestors, my ascended masters, for guidance, for favor, for protection over my life that comes with being in alignment with my purpose. I show gratitude right now for earth, wind, and fire, both the elements and the group. I show gratitude right now for each and every element, each and every planet that God has put in place, however you define God, each with its unique vibrational frequency. That when you echo out the vowel sound that goes with each planet in different orders, that all spell the different names of God that we call out: Jesus, Jehovah, Yeshua, Iao, Olodumare, Allah, Umima. All of our prayer requests and affirmations do get granted. Right now, I command every witchcraft inspired warfare in my life to cease right now in the name of Jehovah. I command every witchcraft inspired warfare in the life of my nieces and my nephews to cease right now in the name of Jehovah. I command every witchcraft inspired warfare to cease right now in the life of my baby, my child, in the name of Christ Jehovah. I command every witchcraft inspired warfare over my life, over my niece, over my daughter, over my nephews, energy, spirit, finances, relationships to cease right now in the name of Jehovah. Jeremiah 46:17 states, "For this day the Lord God of hosts, a day of vengeance, that I may be avenged of my adversaries, and that the sword shall devour them, and it shall be made satiate and made drunk with their blood. Bend every bow and break every spear." They did cry there. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise, and he has passed the time appointed. Every enemy, known and unknown, seen and unseen, fighting me right now, I command you to expire by fire. Every enemy, known and unknown, expire by fire right now. I command you, expire in motion. Every enemy, known and unknown, at a distance and in the present and in my environment, I command you to be suspended in motion right now. Fall to the ground, catch fire, and scatter. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Silence the tongue of every campaign of calamity against me right now. Silence the tongue right now of every war caused by tongue of man against me. Be silent right now. Every war strike, every scorch of tongue, every war caused by tongue of man against me. Be silent right now in the name of Christ Jehovah. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord. I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. Whosoever will enter coffin, or sleeps with the dead, or worships the dead, or washes the dead to wage war against me, in the name of Christ Jehovah, Yeshua, Iao, let them be silent in the grave right now. Let my enemies be silent in the darkness right now. Silence in the grave right now. Silence in the darkness right now. The wicked shall become silent in the darkness. Be silent. I command you right now. Whatsoever ye shall bind in heaven shall be bound on earth, and whatsoever he shall loose in heaven, it shall be loosed on earth. Right now, I command every lying, chanting tongue, lying and chanting witchcraft against me right now, lying and chanting witchcraft against my niece right now, lying and chanting witchcraft against my child, my daughter, right now. I bind your tongue in heaven, and I bind your tongue right now on the earthly planes. I bind your tongue right now. Every witch and warlock chanting witchcraft against me right now, I bind your tongue right now. Be silent. You may not speak. Right now, I command every witch and warlock astral projecting into my environment, hawk their horses and split their tendons so that they can be immobilized. I command every witch astral projecting into my environment, let their silver cord be cut off right now. Let my angels and my ancestors cut off their sea backwards right now, cause their airplane and Merkaba to crash and malfunction and cause their death right now. Let every witchcraft bird and warlock flying or crawling in my environment fall down and die right now. Break, bend, and twist every wing. Burn their chariots with fire. Cause their witchcraft birds' wings to break in motion right now. Let them fall out the sky and die instantly. Let their wings break, causing them to die right now. Let the enemies of my progress be openly disgraced. Let the enemies of my child be disgraced. Let the enemies of my niece be disgraced. Let every witchcraft coven against my destiny fall out the sky and be disgraced and exposed right now. As they take off, they shall crash. Whosoever is flying for my sake, in the name of Christ Jehovah, crash, land, scrape, and break your ass and die right now. Whosoever is flying as an evil witchcraft bird against my soul, crash right now, in the name of Christ Jehovah. Right now, I decree and declare by the authority and the light invested in me, I release fire on every witchcraft attack being used on and sent toward me. Right now, I command you, burst into flames and scatter. Let every charm on or under the ground in my abode, every evil altar, every demonic candle, every picture or item referencing my name, let its power be nullified and neutralized. Let its power be banished and destroyed by the fire, power, and light of my word, abracadabra, in the name of Christ, Jehovah, Yeshua, Iao. Let the forces of darkness I command to get and flee from around me and scatter right now. Matthew 18:18. Whatsoever ye shall bind in earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Right now, I bind every black magic, death spell, curse, hex, binding magic, negative vibration, energy, evil eye being projected and sent toward me in heaven and in earth, and I command you to return and go directly back to the sender. Abracadabra. I will create as I speak. I return all death energy back to the sender, all mental manipulation energy, all spell work meant to cause any financial, energetic, or spiritual imbalance to me, my child, my family, my niece right now. I return it directly back to the sender right now. Let every form of witchcraft and all of its effects right now burst into flames, burn the ashes to the ground and scatter, be neutralized, nullified, and completely destroyed. Right now, I bind every evil influence and command you to get and flee from my home and environment. I dismantle every stronghold of witchcraft with my words right now. Abarachin hoy besamai mitino, samiyi kadis mangista timta, fakade besamai in the hornet, in the huba madar to whom. Yeletin jerachin and sitanzare, badela chinanim, yiker belin, inya yabedalunin yiker and deminel. What a fatanam at tagban, kukafurulu, adeninji, mangis yantanatana, hylim, mizganam, lezala alamu, amen. Bopsum, Bopsum, Memphis Kadusum, and Amlak, amen. Bopsum, Bopsum, Memphis Kadusum, and Amlak, amen. Bopsum, Bopsum, Memphis Kadusum, and Amlak, amen. Right now, I command every hex and curse to break right now. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Let every tongue that rise up against me in judgment be thou condemned. For greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. Surely he shall deliver me from the foulest snare and from the deadly noisome pestilence. Right now I break the power of every witchcraft spell, every curse in the name of Christ Jehovah. I decree and declare no power can stand against me. No power of darkness has or will ever have any power over me, my child, my niece. By the power, and authority of Christ, I break the force and power of every spell, curse, and charm. I command it right now. No power or curse has any power over my life right now. Let every force of witchcraft right now, I command you to submit, bow down to my words and my authority on every plane, through every energy body, and be completely dismantled. I command it. Right now, I renounce every tie to witchcraft by the power of Jehovah. I break every tie, connection, and agreement with every enchantment of witchcraft pit against me right now. I neutralize and nullify every curse spoken, split and remove the tongue of my cursors. Let their power be banished. Let it fall to the ground and scatter and be rendered powerless and ineffective. Let the effects of witchcraft on my body, mind, and spirit right now be reversed and undone. I decree and declare complete freedom and healing. I am completely restored to wholeness and divinely protected on every plane, from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. Mote it be. Let every demonic spirit get from around my home and environment and out of my life right now. Umima is a consuming fire. I release Christ's fire on every demonic spirit using anyone or anything to cause me any spiritual, physical, or energetic or financial imbalance. Right now, I flood this life and prayer with Christ's light, fire, and power for strength, speed, and impact. Mercury, the sun, Mars. I now close all portals and sever all energetic cords that no longer serve me. And I fully reclaim my divine power, sovereignty, and light. May the blessings be. By the light of the eternal flame, I release all ties that bring me pain. From hex, from bind, from spell and chain, I reclaim my power, whole and sane. Through ancestral lines, I now ascend. All wounds and shadows I transcend. No force can hold, no bind can stay. I walk in light, I clear my way. With sovereign will, my soul is free. It's protected by divine decree, by earth, by fire, by air, and by sea. We are whole, we are pure, we are free. May the blessings be, mote it be, so shall it be. Ashe. I'm trying to keep the noise down. I don't want to give nobody an excuse. Collective, I love you all so very much. I thank you so much for your energy. I thank you for your presence, watching the live, most of all for the prayer. I hope you have a happy Monday. I will be back in a few. Okay, QUAN, love of the highest vibration, signing out.